Welcome to the thing that we're doing here in the basement. I'm Quinn Silvernale. We got our boy Simon Pettai in the house all the way from Estonia. What's been going on?
Yes. I mean, it's sick to be here during the pandemic season. It's still going on and I'm happy to be here. Then the last season or last year or whatever, all the time behind me, like the ice wakeboarding and all the cool shit happened, space tapes, and like it's been a success, and there's more.
There's a lot.
Spicy movie, and it's cool, and now I'm here.
So we're gonna get to how you got here, but let's start with like how long you've been doing this. Like, how did you even get into this? Like, what do you got for us?
I've been doing it for 8 years, or I think this is gonna be my 9th summer. I started when I was 14, so it makes sense that now I'm 22, it's 8 years, something there. Before that I did skateboarding because I wanted to be cool, but it wasn't, like, I wasn't so good.
So, it's hard to crack into that one.
Yeah. So, and then we have snow in Estonia, so that was, you're gonna start snowboarding, not wakeboarding in Estonia at least. We don't have boats and stuff really. So I started snowboarding, and the same year, like I've been snowboarding so long, 8 years. And then we have the dry slopes at my town, at my cable park, that jumps to the water.
Oh, okay.
For triple flips.
So you can practice your
So I went
flips.
there to snowboard. I just did 3 runs a day, jumping the thing. And then...
Into the water?
Yeah. Snowboarding. And then I ended up doing the cable wakeboarding, because it's at the cable.
Yep.
And then they had the contest, like when I started riding, then they had this good, like Georgia Wake Series or like kind of local
grassroots
good prizes and stuff, and just everybody kids, and that was successful. Like I did a backflip and all the basics, like, just fun. I felt it. And then I got hooked, because if you're successful, you're gonna get hooked.
Yeah. Did you do other stuff, like other sports or anything, or?
Okay, I started with swimming, 3 years.
Okay.
Builds up your muscles, abs,
What
like
was your
breathing is good.
Did you have a specialty, or is that like too young to, like a certain meter?
I don't know.
Like 500 meters. I don't know anything about swimming, but I know that people do like the 500 meter relay or the 500 meter butterfly. Or
yeah, butterfly. You just go, like you do it. I was just a kid, like.
It was just like kids swim team, just fun.
Yeah. And there was medium there, like
not
middle,
the best, but
yeah,
middle of the group.
Some regular guy.
Okay.
So then I did judo.
Oh, sick.
Like 3 years, and then karate 3 years. When I did judo, like I learned how to fall and stuff. We really did the exercises where you take your hand and jump over the hand, like flip to the ground, and like you learn just how to keep your neck always here, like you don't want to hit your head, and I've never been really injured.
So you like learned how to fall because you did.
Yeah, you do all the kangaroo rolls, or what are they called, on the floor. Like just learn your body shit. But I don't like to touch other people too close. I can be naked next to you, distance, but I don't want to touch people. I don't want to play basketball and team games and shit. I don't want to do that.
So the team element is what you don't like about team sports, because you have to get too close to people.
Yeah.
Okay. But you can be naked, because I heard stories and I've seen videos of you partying, and you get really naked, really like comfortably. It's not weird for you. It's not weird for you though.
Yeah, so
it's definitely the vibe.
It's okay. We can get naked. It's our body. It is sure. What it is.
Underneath the clothes, we're all naked, so it doesn't even matter. So, 14, you picked up the boards, snow, melted snow.
Yeah.
What kept you wanting to do both? With Estonia being like, you had the dry slope, right? So you could have just kept.
No, it was the summer thing. Like for summer you can just like the plastic jump to the water. It's like the plastic sticks kind of carpet. Like the Snowflex, but shittier.
You were doing both equally.
Yeah.
And now you still pretty much are doing both equally.
No, I'm not. Because the last 3 years I wakeboarded whole winter. Just this pandemic made me.
This year.
I mean, I've been killing it pretty much when I get my snowboard. Like I try to do as good as I can. Like I want to make videos and stuff, but last 3 years I haven't. And now this winter I got better. I progressed. I stepped it up. New double flip.
You think that the pandemic was good or bad for you because?
God bless pandemic.
God bless.
It's so good.
This year you got to snowboard and wakeboard equally so far. But the other years you've been wakeboarding year round pretty much. Like, you've basically been living the pro lifestyle.
Yes.
For how?
4 years.
For 4 years.
Since my first trip to here.
To Valdosta.
And my first trip was 9 months. Like Valdosta, Thailand, Philippines. Then I went to Thailand, Philippines, and then Valdosta. And then I did all the European some shit, and then went to Estonia. It was 9 months. So it's 4 years.
So it's 4 years you've been doing that, and then this year?
I was traveling 4 months during the winter, and then the pandemic hit. Because pandemic hit the springtime. I went back to Estonia, and then really pandemic hit. Or I was in Philippines. The corona existed, but then it wasn't was not the pandemic yet.
What do you think? Like, if you had the chance to go to live the pro lifestyle of the snowboard or wakeboard, if you had to choose full time?
I don't know. I guess it's more options than snowboard, but I don't know. Like, they're the same for me. And I don't think that I'm the best at wakeboarding or snowboarding, but I can be the coolest.
What things do you like that make you feel like you stand out in wakeboarding or snowboarding?
Of course, the like personality, like I'm pretty wild and stuff, but riding wise?
Yeah, like big air.
No.
Technical rails.
Or I mean, I'm pretty good at wakeboard kickers. I don't know, my highlights are the first collision movie, the corrugated pipes, like
second collision.
The 6 turn elbow or Z pipes combo front board, and like these pretty Yagoon style hits, and just I set them up and like I landed them. It's cool.
So it sounds like you like not just the tricks you're doing, but like the features that you're hitting. You like to be like more express what you are, or like that type of rider you are. So
I think the coolest trick is like when you can just the obstacle is so cool and that you don't have to do a trick on it. Just finishing the obstacle doing 50-50 or a board slide is so cool that you don't have to do tricks.
Yeah. Like and the triple Z rail was like that. Front board, you did it for like 2 days.
3 days. One broken camera.
One broken camera.
Terry the face and camera to the water.
I don't remember.
So it was left foot forward, jumping, going the pipes there, and then Terry was outside, but so close because shit happens. And then he just got the handle to the face, and the camera flew to the water, the GH4, and it was all good. We had the insurance.
Yep.
It's cool.
Terry had a string of bad luck around that time as well. Do you think that was the beginning? That was the beginning,
but that wasn't so bad. He just got handled to the face. He was like, fuck!
And the camera in the leg, GH4.
Yeah.
That might have been the start of the bad luck. We'll get into that. We'll get into that another time maybe, because that's a whole nother subject. If you were to go winching, would you just be down to go hit any spot? Or are you more like, I have a specific trick I'd like to do that I'd want to have a specific spot for? Or
I would see the spot and then figure out the specific trick I want to land and then work on it. I think. Okay. I wouldn't have the tricks, I just want to do this frontside Harvey 2, this kind of rail, no. So I see the spot and then I think about the trick. So it's less thinking for me. I like it easy.
I think that's a better way to do it. I've heard of people who like are very specific and
that sucks. It's so hard.
You can't get as much done. It may not be what you want in the moment, but you can't get as much done. When was the last time you went winching?
This summer in Estonia. First we did at my friend's spot. He has a farm like Blake, with Estonian Blake, Martin Kikas. We winched his tractor, put it next to the shore, and then not the forklift, but like
the bucket,
wall ride it.
Sick.
I did a space tomb. Just it wasn't the coolest, but it was fun.
I don't know if I ever saw anything.
No, because it's here
Okay.
for the movie maybe.
Oh,
and
so you've been stacking a little bit.
Yeah, and then the other one was a metal rail that was really high from water, and it was just a nice long metal rail, like the compound rails, the good one, the metal ones, the proper ones. Just some rock somewhere, but whatever. And then the kicker was here, and you really fucking jump and then make it up there, front two. That's it. Or some more stuff too, man.
Is that something you have for the movie as well?
Yeah.
Do you have that with you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, me and Wes are gonna have to get that from you before you leave in a few days.
No, it's easy to send that. So we did that winching, but the coolest winch spot I've ever done was here, my first trip, the down rail.
The
wooden rail.
the wooden fence in the
fence,
the Coalition, the movie, the sequel.
That was insane. It was really going down. It was long.
Yeah, so we drove to two spots, drove between the two. He saw the spot and then looked it up on those maps and didn't tell me until hours later. And we went back to the spot, and it was a down fence with no top, just like fence boards on this side and posts the whole way down.
Sketchy posts.
Did you 180 on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay, but Wes Huber was killing me more.
Wes Huber got smoked in classic Huber fashion. So far, still probably has some of the worst crashes I've ever seen. How many real winch spots had you hit before that, other than like a flooded field or something?
No, yeah, that was it. I've done some drops, like pussy drops.
Pussy drops.
But I know what I'm doing. Like I'm riding here, my shoulders are here. I'm not gonna fuck up.
That
like I let
think
go.
That's partially the snowboarder in you.
Yeah.
To where you just know.
Like you said, Poel is impressive.
We'll just end that right there because that's a fact.
And he's not wakeboarding, and that's impressive if he goes the winch spot. And
yes.
that's
Yep.
it.
His winching is pretty impressive. His snowboarding, his wakeboarding.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The snowboarding is impressive, but the wakeboarding part is more impressive because it's no wakeboarding behind that thing so much.
Yeah, it's true. So for those of you not in the know, Zed Powell has some clips in the new movie. Shameless plug right there, but he's a pretty good wakeboarder as well as a snowboarder, so keep your eyes open.
I heard he can do Pete Roses.
You can do Pete Roses, but they're like nollie off the
Whatever,
kick.
it doesn't matter.
It's so much sicker than normal.
I don't trust my Pete Roses, and he's not wakeboarding and he's doing them. Like, fuck yeah.
But you can see he falls on his back and just pops back on his feet.
That's his style.
He does it. If he messes up, he makes it look like he did it on purpose and then does better than everybody else, you know?
Yeah,
What is your style?
I think, like, right now I'm feeling like I'm Dylan Miller, maybe.
You're Dylan Miller.
Like, my style is there. Pretty simple. He used to do the skinny stance. Maybe he's still probably the skinny stance, but it doesn't look like so much, or just like, I don't know. I'm pretty simple. Nothing special about it.
I don't know that that's how I would describe your style, but
Yeah.
it's like, I think what you're meaning to say is more like clean. Like,
Yeah.
you want it to be clean and precise.
I don't fall too much, and I don't do mommy reps. I don't do cool stuff. I do some spinny things, and I do beat kicker hits, but they look simple. I don't know. It's interesting.
I feel that though. You don't have to do.
I did
all the
so
fancy
many
bells and
sevens
whistles.
today, like all the different stances and stuff, and grabbed them, and it's cool, but I feel other kids are going way crazier, or just going for the spinny thing, and I don't know.
But is it always about the spinny thing, or is it the vibe, or what is it that makes it? Like, what's the thing? Like, if you just do normal things, then why are you Simon Pettai, and why is
some funny? Maybe.
Because that is part of it, but I don't know. I'm just.
I like the wakeboard.
Okay, what board do you like to ride?
Right now it's Volt.
The Volt.
Yeah, 52 is my favorite wakeboard size.
It's a good size.
Yeah. With
the mobs, because you're
mobs.
Cable.
All the wakeboarding boots should be with booties and shells and like walkable liners nowadays, because we all do only normal, like classic wakeboard boots behind the boat. Yeah, Volt's nice. I really like flex tips because they're flexy, and I don't know, it's fun to press them. I like to do presses.
Yeah, they're the best.
And I don't know what I like about the wakeboard shape too much, or I don't want the softest board, I don't want the stiffest board, I want the medium board. So I want to do kickers, and it needs to be strong, and I don't know about rocker, maybe 3-stage is cool.
Yeah, I think that the Volt is like based off of, originally it was a 3-stage.
Recoil?
The recoil.
Yeah.
But I think they made it a little more continuous, I don't know.
I don't know what I like, I don't know what camber means, I don't know these things, like, it's funny.
Well, camber is like the opposite of rocker.
Oh, I always heard that.
It bends this way instead of this way.
Yeah.
But do they still make wakeboards that are camber? I don't think so. I think that's just snowboards right now.
Okay, but I don't know this specific. I don't like square boards.
You don't like square, but you
Nomad.
But the one you're riding is like a square, but
it's different.
You like that though?
Yeah, I like it. Blake's board is Dylan's board is nice. Collision is really good. Like, I feel Collision is more like classic style wakeboard. I like that too, but just squares, I don't like them. I mean, I switch my board. I ride all the different boards. You ride yours pretty much. It makes sense.
Yeah, and the tomb.
Yeah. So you ride 2 boards. I ride more. I ride the tomb and stuff. But every slingshot board I take, I can ride it and land all my tricks. First, it's not that different. That is cool, I think.
Yeah, they all just have like subtle differences that you can cater to your style with.
Yep.
And I think the Volt is definitely your style, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think the Tomb is a little more your style, if you ask me, but that's just me.
Oh, we're gonna get there. I've ridden more on snow than water, or I've filmed more on snow than water.
That was a sick edit.
Yeah.
That was like unreal.
No, there was snowboard edit, then the snow slashes and water slashes edit, and then the ice edit. 3 edits, and I don't have any other hits filmed on Space Tomb.
You need to try the new Space Tomb though. I think it'll be even better.
Yeah. For sure it is better.
If it had metal edges, do you think it would be like a pretty...
No.
No? Fuck.
Powder board?
Yes.
It's just like if your edge is so far from your toe, you gotta get there on your edge on snow.
Yeah, you're reaching for it a little
So
bit.
that doesn't work so well. It works well, but it's not a snowboard.
Well, powder board though.
But yeah, I think that'd be sick.
But it doesn't really need the metal edges for the powder board. It could just be a good powder board.
I want to try that.
Me too.
Maybe call Travis Rice.
Call him up, get a little helicopter ride.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
That'd be pretty sick. Do you got the contact, you know?
No, not at all. I'm not a big fan. He's a legend though. I don't care.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
How much older is she?
8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
So you're like the young stallion.
Yeah.
And she's just trying to tame you in the pasture. How does she tame you, or does she just let you run wild out there?
She lets me run wild. Yeah, like this trip, she's all like every time we call, she's like, think about the winter we had and like dreaming about coming to America and like send it every night as hard as you can and party with all the boys and like make this like really make it worth the party. And like I've done already so much good wakeboarding and like for meeting people and all that stuff. Like she's so supportive and go as hard as you can.
Yeah, she's super sick, so.
And I love her, so that's good, and she loves me, so that's cool too.
That's so sweet, Simon. That's so sweet. They're in love.
Yeah, it's cool. It's okay. Everybody's in love.
The first time you came to Valdosta.
Yep.
2017.
Yes.
And then you came for 2 years after, so 3 years in a row.
No, it was 2 years in a row. Spring,
years.
spring, fall, and then pandemic.
And then pandemic. No, there was 1 year between pandemic because we didn't.
Yeah,
well, I guess it was pandemic because you came for Yard Sale 3.
But I've been traveling this 4 years. I don't know. This is the 4th year. So last year it didn't, like the Yard Sale didn't happen. Springtime.
And now it is the fall and then pandemic.
Now it is the 4th year. The spring, I don't know, whatever. I did 2 years in a row for sure. Spring, fall.
And then it was, I'd say two years since you came back.
Yeah. So it is 4 years together, whatever.
4 years. What's like the biggest difference when you come back now versus the last time you were here?
The compound is nicer, like all the board racks in the shop and stuff, but for other people what's nicer are like, I don't know, more friends. Just flying into Miami or Cross came there, just as best friends now are pretty much, like, it's so sick, and Laz taking care of everything, also like so homey vibes, crazy homey vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So with friends, better connections.
Yeah, so all the people that you met the last time, everything was just like more like.
What's up? Slowly, like getting better and better and better. So,
yeah.
But now it's my 5th trip to here. What's cool? I don't know. Everything is just getting step by step better. There's
a lot of good things like right there on the horizon.
Yeah.
So it's sick that you made it. Tell us a little bit about how you were able to get here due to the pandemic. So it definitely wasn't easy.
Yeah. So you were the one who really like. That's why I'm here. You are the one, for sure. You are behind it.
Well, not just like who got you here, but like what.
But that's important, I think.
Okay.
Well, thanks to you, I'm here.
Well, thank you.
Just called me so many times. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that. So, and then I don't know. It happened so quick. Like it took 2 months calling, and then it was just a weekend snowboarding, and then boom, book my flights. Like I have 4 days to my flight to Turkey. Like of course a lot of thinking too, but in these 4 days or something, just figured out I had to fly out of Europe to be somewhere else because you can't fly from Europe to the States. So I went to Turkey. You could also go to Mexico or something. Yeah. So I went to Turkey because it's easy. 2 weeks quarantine or whatever, the days out of Europe.
At the cable park.
At the cable park, everything is nice. Everybody's tested. The safe zone, straight from Hypnotics to the plane, and then straight flight from Turkey to Miami. And then they really fucking made sure that I was out of Europe 14 days. That is down.
How do they make sure of that?
Check my stamps in my passport, and they wanted to see flights on my phone, but I didn't have them. And like I went to the extra security room, and I was shaking. Like, what's going on? Maybe it's some other things. Like,
no way.
Like I had the oranges I'm smuggling, and shit. I was just thinking all the bad stuff. Maybe like.
Did they check like for your like coronavirus test?
They didn't care about coronavirus. Tourism was fine.
Really?
Yeah.
But you had like to get the flight. You had to get the test.
The guy was like, "Oh, you got on plane, so you probably had to test, or you had to test, yeah."
But then the person
didn't check my test.
The person who was at the first airport was like, "They're gonna check you when you get there." Probably.
No, they did because they did. Turkish Airlines. It's required to get on board.
So they checked it.
Yeah. So it was maybe they know the system, but Americans, they don't require tests, or I don't know, it's kind of sketchy, but cool. Then it was fine.
I'm glad you made it. That was a journey for sure. I'm stoked it all worked out, because when we were talking about it, I really was like, I mean, there was a time when you were like, nope, I guess it's not going to happen. We kind of decided it wasn't going to happen, and then
it's like the hardest thing to come here. After you come here, it's like easy. It's one of those things. It's weird.
Well, thanks to Hypnotics. Thank you, Hypnotics, for...
Thank you, Hypnotics. It was cool. Meeting some new people, Dominic Gers. It was fun to chill with him.
The OG.
Really? Yeah.
Dominic Gers got his own Red Bull can. So, Rahinga Wake Park?
Yeah.
What's that been like? Your parents started just dropping you off after school or something?
No. I was doing my karate. And then I started skipping it during the springtime, like end of the school year and stuff, like nice weather is outside, and then I just started skipping my trainings and going to the wake park. It's like compound, out of town. So you have to ride your bike to the 30 minutes. It's like far.
So you were riding your bike from karate to...
Just after school, like telling my parents I'm going to the trainings, but I skipped it and went to the wake park and just rode snowboards and stuff. Yeah, I liked it, and I think that was a good thing.
Yeah, I think it probably worked out for you.
So,
you could have been a karate master, though.
No talent, or I don't want to touch them, or I can touch them. I just don't. I don't want to fight or do those moves.
Yeah.
And then I went to the cable park. So the cable park had existed, I think, two years before me, or I think I'm still like the Estonian first generation kind of in cable wakeboarding. Yeah. We had kiteboarders like doing double S-bends and stuff, but like I'm the first generation wake cable rider.
Because is how many other 2.0s are in Estonia?
4 or 5. Or
at that time, was that the only one, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Or there was one, and
just no full cables though.
Yeah. No. This last year we got our first one.
Last year.
Yeah.
Before that, it was
2.0s.
Lithuania was the closest.
Yeah. It's like 7 or 8 hours drive.
So Rahinga, when did they start implementing like the pool gap, the handrails? Was it all?
Pool gap is as old as my riding.
So when you started the pool gap, that was fresh new feature.
I got the ride for free. Like we had the deal. Like I was shoveling the pool gap where the rails are, and like reach final shaping or like doing that. Because of course the tractors and shit made the most of the pool, but so I was a kid and like I got the ride for free. So I did the shoveling there. So it's as old as my riding, pretty much. Or maybe I had one season, or maybe it's the same season. It's crazy. I started doing pool gap, and it was then people didn't use, like, there was no pool gaps
before that.
Like not really in the world. Like of course Gyptopia, but like so few of them in Europe and like. Yeah.
What year was that, you think? What board were you riding?
2013. That makes sense, yeah. 2013 something.
So that was probably like one of the first public 2.0s that had a pool gap.
Yeah, somewhere there. Like, I think we got the idea from Gyptopia.
Yep.
That existed.
I think they were out in 2013, maybe 2012.
But it's insane because Instagram wasn't so big thing, and still like knowing about the other parks in the world, and it's crazy like how the owner pushed it.
Who all was even wakeboarding in Estonia? Like why did they want to do the cable park, and why did they even want to do the pool gap? Like what was the driving force if there wasn't a huge scene there? You said there was just like people doing
there's no
kiteboards and stuff.
Yeah.
So like what got that going?
So first at the property was the ski jumps only.
Into the lake?
Into the lake. The plastic jumps to the water, yeah. And then, I don't know, they used to do boat riding, but it was so small. So I don't know, they bought the first cable at some point, and then it started growing, and I don't know how he got the balls to push the puga, but and then it happened.
He probably just recognized it from snowboarding, and
of course it's a cool thing to do, but how do you make it happen? Like, everybody wants cool stuff, but he made it happen.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody has to make it happen, or it won't ever happen. Where's Estonia wakeboarding now? Like, where has it progressed?
So then we have our Space Tapes team who has this one cool guy who did all the skates. No, he's a snowboarder. So he did all those fucking Ollie North back tree and the finger shove it off the pole jam and all the skateboarding stuff. Of course the Boseman and Kate, and then there's me, and I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I guess, like, why is it the best in the world? I don't know, but it's cool. It's fun to be there for sure.
I just can't say that I know of many other Estonian wakeboarders besides you, Martin, Kate, and the other homies you named. From
you don't know, of course, no.
Is it growing? Like, more people coming to the park?
No, the full size has happened. Yeah, it's growing.
Is Rohingya seeing some of that growth too? Like, the full size is pushing more.
Oh yeah,
people?
the corona pushed it so much. Like, people were like, it was freezing cold, and people were still coming to learn wakeboarding in October, and like September, it's retarded cold, and people are coming in and like, let's learn it, put the wetsuit on and let's go. And it's because of the new full-size cable park, and it's because of corona. Everybody's there. Yeah, sick.
Damn.
But it's everywhere in the world the same.
Yeah, no,
that's what I've heard.
I mean, people have been, once you like cage an animal and then let it out, it's gonna go wild, you know. And people have been locked up for a little while because of this whole thing. And as soon as the lockdown ended here, it was like that for us. We had to shut down for like a month, and as soon as it opened back up, we were busier than we had ever been. Like, unreal. Summer camps, kids were coming out. Like, we had to cap all the summer camps. We couldn't allow any more people in because it was too busy. Came to Valdosta 2017, first time. You're 19.
Yeah.
Fast forward to now. You've dropped a Friends part in the Coalition, the sequel.
Friends part.
Yes. There was a few Friends parts in there that are very notable. Like you, Cross, Blake. Those were three of my most notable Friends parts that were like mini parts, you know. Yeah. So that was like your first, maybe like part that was bigger than just a web edit. Yeah. So you've now done that, and you've got Too Spicy, which was last year. Yeah. Were you in the first Spicy one? I can't remember. No? So Too Spicy, how did that start? How did that come about?
I don't know. We were like at Thai Wake Park. I never had money to, or maybe I had money, but I was never riding there too much. Just like be there for 3 weeks and then ride like 10 times during that time, like just by 2 hours. Mm-hmm. But every time like have super fun and shit. And then Fame was, we were partying and he was like, dude, I have one spot for the movie. I don't know, like, maybe can I trust you and stuff? Or then we made the deal.
About you.
Yeah. I think it was a good decision. The part was decent.
I love that part.
Yeah.
It was so sick.
So he got me to the movie year before, and then I came back, and then I got to ride for free, and I rode every day and killed it as hard as I can. I pushed myself.
For filming?
Yeah, for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Like, it was sick. He hooked it. We had living, we had cable, we had some parties. Like, he hooked us up, and it's insane. Like, not many big sponsors, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he just did it.
That whole edit was insane. Did he edit the?
No, he had his professional friend editor.
Okay,
it's cool.
That explains it because it was such a well edited video.
Yeah,
that's a cool thing to be a part of for sure.
And the idea of the writers are like all from different places, like twins from Florida, Brazil Bedro, Casper wake skater from Denmark. The kid with the slingshot, Jonathan Silvershot from Israel.
Yeah.
Me from Estonia. Yes.
All right, so you got the too spicy part, and then after that, space tapes.
Yeah.
Team Perfect Landing.
Yeah.
And you guys had a pretty big impact on the whole contest, and I think probably just wakeboarding in general with the way you went about the whole project. So tell us a little bit about how that all came to be. Like, why did you guys decide to do it the way you did it? And you know, there's a million ways you could have gone about doing a space tapes video. So what brought you to what you ended up with?
So I put the team together, kind of course. So the bossman
from Rohingya.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Martin.
He's the boss man?
Yeah.
Martin Kickass?
No, Bachman.
Oh, Bachman.
Yeah.
But he's the boss man.
He's the boss man. He's not on Instagram, so you don't know him so well. Like, maybe you would know him if he was, but he just likes to do what he's doing.
He's off the grid? Off the gram?
What do you mean?
He's not on the gram. He's off the gram?
No, he is, but he's just not doing it. Like, really.
He's got a ghost account.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I mean, there's sometimes something happens, but
mm-hmm.
he's just enjoying the thing.
Moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Then we got this kid, like, let's push it, Marco.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kate. So it's nice diversity. The owner is 37.
Sick.
So it's older than Parks.
Nice.
That's also pretty nice diversity.
Big hope for all the old dogs out there.
He's the best. He's doing 900s with me every day.
Sick.
Everything you want, he's in.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so team together, and then like I just wanted to win this thing, or like make a cool one. Like, it needs to be everything we do. It's gotta be special or some ways. So I'm happy that we flipped the car. It was a random idea. I didn't want to do this. I'm not that Cindy guy.
Whose idea was it to flip the car?
We had the spicy premiere at the cable, then we had beers, and then with kids, and it came up, not my idea. Then I was like, fuck yeah, we're gonna flip the car. Then I woke up next morning, I was like, no, we don't have to do that, it's too crazy. And then the bossman was like, yeah, it's pretty cool, let's do that. So we did it, because I'm not gonna be pussy about it. So
obviously.
It's cool. The cable park bought us into the contest, 250 entry fee. Then they bought the car,
mm-hmm.
€100 car. We're gonna get the money back too.
Sick.
If we no.
If you do well, you get the money back.
No, you just do the medal or like the car, like
the
car wreck.
To like take the busted car back.
Yeah,
and get that money back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys like did a little recycling.
Yeah. Okay, the car still runs, and then the tricks. Yeah, it was sick. Like 1 month really working for the clips the whole September, and it was the best season because the weather was so warm. Or it wasn't freezing really. Just wake pants on and pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we pushed it. The knee slides, the 1-footer skateboarding tricks, and then nothing really basic in there.
Yeah, there was nothing basic. And it's cool to hear how you just kind of happened to flip the car, because that was such a pivot, like a big part of the video. I mean, it really made it stand out. You flipped a car, so I think everyone was flipping out about you flipping the car.
Of course.
And that's definitely not why you did so well, but it definitely made people remember it, which is, you know, a good way to, you know, get people to see the thing that you're putting out on the internet or whatever these days.
We want to do stunts for sure.
Yeah.
Jackass is sick and like doing stunts and it's cool.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Well, you did a good job on the first attempt, so maybe just keep it going.
Yeah.
So you've done other online competitions as well. You did the Fees online contest?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. So
let's hear it.
I participated. I made a pretty cool part, and it was also like, I don't know. I knew about Space Tapes coming, but so I was like, I'm gonna just make really good, decent video part for Fees to just go get through the qualifier. I'm not gonna ride unit rails or like just basic park. I'm gonna ride my own made features and stuff.
Yeah.
Made this decent video part, and then all went online, and then I saw all so many writers just posting their old clips, and they're like, I didn't share my thing one time.
Yeah.
And then the voting is just bullshit. It's okay, the bullshit happens, but yeah.
So
Space Tapes was cooler with
I mean,
judging,
the online voting is just hard because it always turns into a popularity contest.
It's okay that it happens. I understand that it happens.
But it's just hard for like somebody who puts something like so much into a project, and then you just want it to organically end up doing as well as you think it should, but then there's like this like non-organic element of just like random people trying to boost the votes for the person they like or their friend or whoever it may be. And it's always been like that with the online contest though. I mean, people even go as far as to like proxy vote, and like it's just like it takes the fun out of it, like all the way, you know. I mean, we've seen it in a lot of different contests. I remember back at the first Jamboree there was maybe some sort of online discrepancies with
to get into the contest
voting. To get in, there was a qualifier. The very first one, not the one I got to go to, but the very first one, there was a little bit of something might have happened. I'm not at really liberty to say because I don't know enough, but I do know that something may have happened. There's got to be a better way to where it can't happen like that. But that's just the state of online voting, I think, with anything.
If that's okay.
It's okay. It's a different platform. But for Fees, it's like the X Games of Europe, you know. So when it's like just subjected to online voting, it kind of sucks because like that's the way. That's just it. When you go to Fees and compete, it's not like the people who are watching who are telling you how good you did. It's the judges, and you know, I mean, there should be.
If they had judges, 50% that's retarded. Just
50%.
Maybe they can change it next year.
50% popular vote.
Just judges. But also, like, I hated that so many good writers who I look up to, I don't know how many, but like many good writers, they just use the old clips. That's a fucking asshole move. You're a good writer, you're a professional, you're up there and you're using your old clips and just competing against everyone. You didn't work for this. It's so, I hate that. Yeah,
you really have to show that you're taking it seriously, and I feel like that should be a element of the judging as well. As like, if you can obviously tell that the clips are old or have just been like sat on for a while, then you should be judged a little bit on that, because it's like, if somebody else is like, we have this amount of time to film and do a part, and does it in that amount of time, it's a totally different ball game than somebody who's just got like a hard drive full of clips that's just like sitting and waiting.
Just Felix Georgi is gonna drop his X Games part there, like recharge it again.
Yeah, judge it again. Just throw some old clips that have been in some other stuff, and nobody will notice. But yeah, that's just the state of things. But that's stale ice boarding.
Ooh.
You did a little ice boarding before you came here. When I was calling you about trying to get you to come here, you said you had a couple things you wanted to do before you came, One of them was the ice boarding.
Yeah.
And you made it happen.
Yeah.
And that was sick. When I saw the video, I was super hyped because I was like, damn, he actually did this and said he wanted to do this, and 2 weeks later, he did it.
3 chainsaws, 4 guys. You got the ice, you push the ice blocks under the ice, because that's easier than taking them out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rail wasn't there. The rail we moved there, and then with long gas screws we just skirted the rail into the ice. That's really sick, I think.
Yeah.
It's like grass caps, but winter and like all mixed. And then we had snow kicker. No one fall into the water. I didn't have my wetsuit. I just had my snowboarding clothes. Like warm, but
What was the temperature?
cold. Minus Celsius, doesn't matter, cold. Snow cold.
Somebody jumped in.
Yeah. The boatman. He's doing the ice swimming and stuff, and like without wetsuit, and now he was riding with a wetsuit. So he was like, it's so warm.
Oh wow.
Or like, of course it's not warm, but
But
like,
if you fell, would
used
you
to-
have just like gone into shock and just like sank?
No, you just fall and then it's bad. The water can't go to minus Celsius, or like water is just
But you could get hypothermia.
no.
No.
You're a young man. Nothing's gonna happen. Like just fall into the water. You're gonna it's gonna be bad. And then you come out and then you're cold.
What was it like hitting the snow kicker? I've never got to hit a sno kicker.
It
on a
worked fine,
wakeboard.
and it's not that special.
No.
Or it's
You were on the tomb though. It probably felt like a snowboard, right?
I don't know. I just I got the 271. Now I'm good. I didn't want to fall. Like,
Yeah,
No
you would have
falls.
got hypothermia and probably died.
yeah, because I'm not really down to do ice swimming or something.
Yeah.
It's like pushing the limits, but it's good for your body.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like why all the athletes do ice baths.
Oh, true.
So the blood cells start running faster and they grow, and it's good for your body.
Okay. It increases your vascularity.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna
Promotes
live longer.
Blood flow and vascularity.
Yeah. That's it.
Let's get back to last season. What was your highlight or best trick of wakeboarding and or snowboarding of the season? What was like the top? When did you reach the pinnacle of your season for snowboarding and wakeboarding?
Like right now, before coming here, I'm super happy. I finally tried double backside rodeo on snowboard. Like
Yeah.
new double flip, looked cool.
It's super
sick.
close too.
Yeah. I mean, I did it so many times. I just had this directional board, and I was like, fuck it. Like, I made it to my feet every time.
Yeah.
So it counts. I just wanted to land on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. So that was the sickest snowboard stuff. And then the last summer, Estonian summer, the corona, and we were so creative, and we built this creeper on the wall ride. And then I had, remember this tail I cut off my board? Those back tails?
Yep.
Those were super sick.
Mhm.
Just hitting the creeper, and then in the middle of the summer I got this backside hardware one.
Yeah.
It's like
I remember this one.
impossible trick, pretty much. Or-
It was impossible. I remember.
it's not that crazy to do that.
But
You
the
can
clip
do it.
was so fire
I know, yeah. I'm so
It
lucky,
looks
like,
impossible.
happy. Yeah,
with how good the clip was.
but I guess there are way harder tricks to do, and I'm super happy about it. Like the happiest. That's my highlight of the season. But I'm just saying, I don't know. It was nice to do that. It worked for me.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna change up the setup at Rohingya for this season?
For sure, we have to. It's
Yeah.
just not fun the other way. Like we have to do that.
How long has it been pretty much the way it is now?
I don't know. We built the wall ride. It's in the ground, or like the posts. We built it. This is the 4th wall ride. It just falls down
Just
during the
rebuild it
winter.
every time.
Yeah, like you take everything out, the plywood sheets, the posts, everything. It's so hard. And this is, I think, 4th wall ride.
No way.
'Cause, you know, the ice moves in the springtime, and then like, just big chunks gets fucked. And maybe our construction now it's better. We just get smarter every time.
Yeah.
It's a learning process. You can't really learn it without doing it.
Yeah.
Before you came here, the last time I saw you was in Europe.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, Space Mob Tour.
Space Mob Euro Tour?
Yeah. The sickest, like having the big crew and then some special guests, Windsor.
Yeah.
Windsor is the best.
For sure.
And just having
your birthday was on the Euro Tour.
Yeah, good for me. It was the best birthday.
Big session that morning. Simon's birthday morning, we went out GoPro laps. Big hangover going down. Big hangover. And first thing in the morning, we get out there, me and Simon. He does like 5 laps, film him the whole time. And he pretty much laces every single trick he wanted to do. He even was like, I want to do this on this, this on this, this on this, and this on this. And then I'm done. And he did it in probably 5 laps. And then pretty much probably passed out for a little while and then partied all day.
Yeah.
Or maybe didn't pass out, I don't remember.
No pass out, not for me.
No.
It was Trialago and it was my favorite cable.
Trialago was so sick.
Yeah,
Big shout out to Jerry and
yes.
the whole Trialago place.
Yeah.
Vibe, everything was so sick there.
Pretty simple cable park. Cool features, of course, but like, I love it.
Yeah.
I like to ride there. And it's beautiful.
Beautiful. And they have the Alpine slide.
Yeah,
The
that was
roller
sick.
coaster, that was so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times on the Euro Tour.
And the whole tour, like having this Nissan van and all the boys being too crazy in the van.
Yeah.
That's the sickest thing ever.
For sure.
And for sure wakeboarding was on point too. Every day, but just the tour and going around and just keep going, like, it's so sick.
We had like 11 people or
It's a
something.
van full of people and then Matt Montoro with his car.
His van, and then Cena's car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a super good time. Got it in right in time before the coronavirus hit, and
Yeah.
it was pretty much right on cue. Where were you when the coronavirus hit?
So the coronavirus existed. I was in Philippines, but it wasn't bad. And then I flew back because I had my tickets. Then I snowboarded sometime, and then it hit. They closed the resort and everything. So I was in Estonia, yeah. And
When
then
shit,
I
like,
was
hit the fan.
Yeah, and then I was at home, like, really I spent some time at home, pretty quiet, no partying, really, 0 partying. I worked on my feature, I made my feature, and like, just started driving school, making my driving license.
Do you still not have your driving license?
No.
Still no?
No.
How old are you supposed to be when you're...
18 you can get it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, I don't know, it's, you gotta do the tests and like 30 driving lessons, really, like driving, and then learn everything in too long, and 1,000 euros. And,
You have to do 30 driving lessons?
yeah, like 45 minutes, 30 times.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
They're pretty serious about it.
Yeah.
Is everybody pretty good at driving in Estonia then? Or?
I'm sure there are some bad ones.
Mm.
You just do your 30 and you're still shitty. You're shitty, you're shitty.
God, but that seems excessive. It seems like you'd be bound to get good at.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Like, I had no skills when I went there. Driving the stick, that's a little tricky. I guess, like, just automatics are easy. Okay.
So when things shut down, like,
I bought toilet paper.
you bought toilet
I
paper?
did.
Nice.
Wasn't worth it.
No, did you like rush out when you found out that people were buying toilet paper?
Not too seriously, but I bought it.
You did?
Yeah, and all of the stores were out of it.
Yeah.
It was like,
I mean, I think everybody had like a little like panic moment of like, I gotta get this shit. Like, I had a couple people hit me up, and I ended up getting a couple cans of gas, and then a buddy gave me a couple guns. He was like, shit's gonna hit the fan, you're gonna want a gun. I was like, I don't have any guns, so I now have a couple guns. I don't think.
that's funny. This last fall season with Martin Kickass, I couldn't go the wakeboard trip. I had my tickets to this country, and then they got cancelled 1st of September to come here. And so October or November we went to Finland to snowboard, and then we made these vlogs. We were so productive and stuff, and then we ended up doing this Ethan Morgan's dancing contest. We got naked, like I had face masks wrapped around the thing, and then he had toilet paper around his thing and something, and then we won the dancing contest. Like all my favorite snowboarder and all the other guys watching it.
I remember seeing it.
And then the prize was just one battalion, brand new 20 years snowboard. And they got so hyped that we got 2 snowboards. We both got snowboards, and it's just super sick. Without coronavirus, I wouldn't have been there snowboarding. No naked party, no free snowboard. It's sick. And Space Mob snowboarding clip.
Yeah, the Space Mob snowboarding clip was fire.
We were so productive. We killed it.
Winching.
We have some guys. One guy bought a electric winch in Estonia, and I have my spots.
Yeah.
All the waterfalls, and I researched everything on Google, and so maybe, hopefully, I'll do some cool winch spots.
What's your spot log look like?
The one is super crazy. It's like it's on a hill or something, and there's 2 tunnels, and you come out of the tunnel, and then it's like endless fucking big stairs, just water drops, like going endless.
Really?
You can just write it down, and you're the best in the world. Well, I don't know how it's gonna work, and like I've never seen the spot in real life, but I saw the pictures, and it's insane. It's
Damn.
far. You just look down the stairs. It's like some American shit.
Hell yeah. Oh, I wish we had some of these around us. They're few and far between. What's like your whole spot log looking like though? Like how many spots you got that you're gonna probably hit? What's your Estonia maps looking
Just
like?
7-8 spots, but it's good for one movie.
Perfect.
Like some spot you do 2 tricks, and like, you don't need many tricks. It's pretty easy. Riding is hard, but
No, yeah, for sure.
Like
you just need to get the spot.
And of course the spots need work out too, but yeah.
So you're trying to get these done for the Coalition trilogy?
I just want to ride them and film them, and if I'm successful, of course I'm gonna keep them for the movie.
Sick.
Yeah. Alright, let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. Well, I'm hyped to see it, dude. You gotta get out there in those streets. It's sick. Your buddy got an electric winch. Yes. Did he get a sculpture or re-winch?
Re-winch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
As long as it pulls and is fancy electric, I'm happy.
Yeah. The electric is definitely the way of the future. It's 1,000 times better.
Yeah, I saw your winch here.
Yeah. We'll have to ride behind it before you leave.
Yeah.
Should we winch before you leave?
I don't know about making film clips, but I have one idea. At the compound.
Winch. What you got?
I want to film on the island, full-size island, because it's full of water.
Yep.
Get a drone clip from the sky down, so you pretty much riding on the grass, but actually you're on the water, and then just hit corrugated pipes.
Sick.
I think it'd be like artsy hit or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, not too extreme, but
not too extreme.
Or I mean, I can make it extreme, but yeah.
That's it.
It's like West Huber is the slalom.
Yeah, slalom bollards.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's sick. You're gonna kill it. You've been killing it. You're gonna keep killing it. And yeah, this has been sick, dude. We got all the topics that I think that we could cram into however long this has been.
It's been interesting, long time maybe now.
Yeah. Pretty long time. But fuck yeah, Simon. I guess this is it. We'll see you later, because this is it.
Yeah.